Hey guys, we're going to be doing something today that you might recognize. We did a series a while back. We probably let it drag on for a couple of years with a few different guns called Gun Bullies, where we took firearms and we ran them through everyday use, kind of everyday abuse I should say, and then we put them through probably extraordinary abuse that's not quite every day. Well, we're going to revive that series today. One of the guns, and you guys will recognize this one because this was one of the stars of the show, is a Rock Island 1911. Well, this thing started out running side by side with a Glock, and let's just say that it continued with the Rock Island 1911. Let's just leave it at that. This gun still fires. We'll fire it here in a second. But the new stars of our show will be another Rock Island 1911. This one in 10mm. You thought we were going to stop there, didn't you? The second one, also Rock Island Armory. This one's in .45 caliber. So we're going to be running two identical firearms, both 1911s, one in 10mm, one in .45. We're going to run them through their everyday abuse, and then we're going to see what kind of crazy stuff they can take. And as always, guys, I'm going to be using my Arms Core ammunition. You know, it's important that I always try to point this out. I use Arms Core ammunition for a number of reasons. The most important one is consistency. When filming all of these videos, I don't want to always be second guessing whether or not it's the gun malfunctioning or the ammunition malfunctioning. By always using the same ammo, you get accustomed to how it's loaded, the consistency. I've chronoed these rounds and I can confirm their consistency. But also, I know that if I get a malfunction, kind of a feed issue, I'm using the exact same ammo. And I know at that point, if I swap the ammo and it works, then it was the ammo that the gun didn't like. But whenever you jump around from ammo to ammo, it's a little bit tough. So just letting you guys know why I'm using my Arms Core ammunition, loading it up, and we're going to shoot this old one first, the one that got beat up and bullied the first time. Confirm to you guys that it can handle it before we get into banging these other guys up. All right, guys, we're set up over here at 10 yards. First one I'm going to shoot is going to be the old timer. I want you guys to see that this old thing that's been beat up, it's been all over the country. Went to Las Vegas and toured the Rock Island Armory facility over there. Now it's back in Louisiana. I want you guys to see this one first before we start beating the other guys up. It took a lot. This thing got dragged behind a truck, dropped, shot with buckshot, frozen in ice, blown up with 2 pounds of tannerite. I don't even know what else. 10 yards is still just as deadly. I'd carry this thing today. Okay, we're going to stick with the same caliber here. We're going to go with the .45 on this one. This is the new one now, the new kid on the block. We're going to see how this bad boy shoots. I don't know what the guys, Sean and the other fellows, are doing over there in the gunsmith room at Rock Island Armory. This trigger is sweet. I'm going to hate to beat this one up. This is nice. Okay, 10mm time now. I want to see how this bad boy shoots. Again, that trigger on that new .45 is pretty sweet. Let's see if the 10 can back that up. Yes, equally impressive. This bad boy right here, these triggers they're putting on these things are awesome. Guys, we're getting some, wow, some weather. Today's the actual day that Hurricane Florence is blowing in North Carolina. We have a disturbance of our own here in Louisiana. Let me show you guys, if you want to look at it. That's what's blowing in. To give you guys an idea of Louisiana weather, depends on where you're standing. Beautiful blue skies. And then this nasty stuff over here that's rolling in. Check it out. So, I'm not going to be able to do much abuse today, but I wanted to kick this series off and let you guys see what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be working with. We're going to be running an entire series of abuse on these two guns. And first off, I'm just going to do random, routine, normal abuse, like storing the guns under the seat of your vehicle, letting them get dirty, not cleaning them. Neither one of these guns that I just had, along with the old timer that you saw, have ever been cleaned. The old timer had some gasoline put on them whenever we froze that thing into concrete and blew it out. We kind of had to get the grit out of the inside of it, but gasoline is what we use. We've never used any oil on any of these weapons. These two 1911s that came to me from Rock Island, neither one of them have been oiled or cleaned from their initial shipping process. So ought to be pretty cool to see how these things last, if they can still function, because you know, people want to always give 1911s a hard time that they can't function when they get dirty. I say otherwise because I saw it last time, but we're going to be able to tell for sure on some newer ones. And again, I got to comment on these triggers. These triggers are nice.